Welcome back to English Unleashed podcast. I am really glad you are here for this one, because today's episode might be the most important one I have made so far. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever known the answer, but stayed silent because you were afraid of saying it wrong? Have you ever started a sentence in English, made a small mistake, and then felt your face go red, and just wanted to disappear? Have you ever thought, my English is not good enough yet? I will speak when I am ready. If yes, I understand. I really do. And today I am going to tell you something that will change the way you think about speaking English forever. The problem is not your English. The problem is fear. And fear is something we can fix. Today you will learn exactly why mistakes are not the enemy, and you will walk away with real strategies and real phrases to speak with confidence starting today. Not when your English is perfect. Today. Let's go. Here is the first big mindset shift. And I want you to really listen to this one. Nobody speaks perfectly. Nobody. Native English speakers make grammar mistakes. They use the wrong word. They forget what they were saying in the middle of a sentence. They say and all the time. And nobody thinks less of them for it. So why do we hold ourselves to a higher standard than native speakers? Here is the truth. When you make a mistake in English, it does not mean you are bad at English. It means you are using English. It means you are trying. And trying is the only way you will ever improve. Think about it this way. A baby does not learn to walk by thinking about walking perfectly. They fall. They get up. They fall again. And one day they walk. And then they run. Your English journey is exactly the same. Every mistake is a step forward, not a step back. So the next time you make a mistake, do not apologize. Do not go quiet. Just keep going. Here is the second big mindset shift. And this one is going to surprise you. Most of the time, when you are speaking English and you make a mistake, the other person does not even notice. I am serious. They are too busy thinking about what they are going to say next. They are following the meaning of what you are saying, not checking your grammar. And even when they do notice, kind, decent people do not judge you for it. They respect you. Because learning a language is hard. And speaking it in front of someone takes courage. Research actually shows that people who speak with confidence, even with mistakes, are considered more fluent than people who speak perfectly but hesitate all the time. So remember this. Confidence matters more than perfection. The goal is not to speak without mistakes. The goal is to speak without fear. Now let me give you something practical. Recovery phrases. These are phrases you can use in the middle of a conversation when you lose your word, make a mistake, or need a moment to think. Native speakers use these all the time. They are completely normal. And they will save you in any conversation. The first one is, what I mean is. Use this to correct yourself or explain more clearly. For example, I went to what I mean is, I visited the market yesterday. The next one is, sorry, let me rephrase that. This is a natural way to start your sentence again. For example, sorry, let me rephrase that. What I am trying to say is. Then, how do I put this? This buys you time while you think of the right word. For example, it was, how do I put this, a very unusual experience. Next is, what is the word, you know when? Use this to describe a word you cannot remember. For example, it is that thing, you know when you feel happy and sad at the same time? What is the word for that? Then, let me think about that for a second. This is completely normal and gives you time without going silent. For example, that is a great question. Let me think about that for a second. Next is, does that make sense? Use this to check that the other person understood you. For example, so basically I was running late because of the traffic. Does that make sense? And finally, something like that. Use this when you are not sure of the exact word. For example, it was like a market or a fair, something like that. Here is a key tip. These phrases do not make you sound less fluent. They make you sound more fluent. Because fluent speakers use them naturally all the time. The person who panics and goes silent, that is what sounds unnatural. Here is a strategy I want you to try starting today. I call it the 3-second rule. Every time you feel the urge to go silent, to hold back, to say nothing because you are not sure, count to 3 in your head and then speak anyway. 3 seconds. Then open your mouth. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to be something. Because something is always better than silence. Silence stops the conversation. Something, anything, keeps it alive. And here is what will happen. The more you do this, the shorter that pause gets. 3 seconds becomes 2. 2 becomes 1. And one day you just speak. Automatically. Without fear. That is fluency. Not perfect grammar. Not a perfect accent. Just the ability to open your mouth and speak, without fear getting in the way. Okay. Practice time. And this one is a little different. I am going to ask you some questions. Some of them are easy. Some are a little harder. Your job is simple. Use the 3-second rule and answer every single one out loud. Even if it is not perfect. Even if you stumble. Keep going. Ready? Here we go. Question 1. What is something you are really good at? Describe it in 3 sentences. Question 2. Tell me about a time you felt proud of yourself. What happened? Question 3. What is your biggest dream for the future? Where do you want to be in 5 years? Question 4. If you could have dinner with anyone in the world, who would it be and why? How did that feel? Maybe you stumbled on a word. Maybe a sentence came out wrong. But you kept going. And that is everything. That is the skill. That is what we are building. Every time you push through the fear and speak anyway, you become a little bit braver. A little bit more fluent. A little bit more you, in English. Alright. Let us bring it all together. Today you learned 2 powerful mindset shifts. Number 1. Mistakes are proof you are learning. Every single one. So stop being ashamed of them and start being proud of them. Number 2. Nobody is judging you. Confidence matters more than perfection. Always. You also learned 7 recovery phrases you can use the moment you get stuck. What I mean is... Sorry, let me rephrase that. How do I put this? What is the word, you know when? Let me think about that for a second. Does that make sense? Something like that. And you learned the 3-second rule. Feel the fear, count to 3, and speak anyway. Here is your homework. Today I want you to have one conversation in English with anyone. A friend, a family member, a stranger, a shopkeeper. And when you make a mistake, and you will, just keep going. Do not stop. Do not apologize. Just keep going. Then come back and tell me in the comments how it felt. I am so proud of everyone watching this. Learning a language takes real courage. And the fact that you are here, showing up, practicing, trying, that already makes you extraordinary. If this episode helped you, please like the video and subscribe to English Unleashed. It means the world to me and helps so many more learners find this channel. Next episode, our final one this week, we are talking about hobbies and weekend plans. How to talk about what you love doing in natural, confident English. It is going to be fun. Until then, keep speaking, keep going, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.